place I return when the twilight feels near. A corner table framed in shadows and cheer. The glass held your face as reflections grew long, and silence between us felt perfectly strong. You never once said what your glances had meant, but I memorized each as a gift that you lent. Corner table by the glass where your hands would rest slow, where time never hurried and the world ceased to show. You stirred every thought I could never express. Now I sit where you sat, chasing echoes, I guess. The clock doesn't tick in that cafe at night, just the clink of the cups and the hush of the light. You once sketched a leaf on a napkin and smiled, said beauty just visits but stays for a while. I still hear that line in the clatter and steam, and carry your smile through the folds of my dream. Corner table by the glass where your hands would rest slow, where time never hurried and the world ceased to show. You stirred every thought I could never express. Now I sit where you sat, chasing echoes, I guess. That window still holds the warmth of your gaze. You left in a voices whispered and left to the sky. I like them each season, though I never say. That part of me hopes you might come back one day. Not for a word, not for sorrow or ache, just for the light that you once used to take. The table was simple, a flicker, a flame. You folded your napkin while whispering my name. The room held a hush as if time stepped aside, and all of the noise from the day slowly died. Your fingers traced patterns the linen had kept, and I knew from your silence the way that you felt. Folded napkins by candlelight say more than one. They carry a moment, unscripted, divine, with just a small glance, a soft crease in the cloth. You told me of love without saying it both. You laughed at the way the dessert came too soon, but kissed off the crumbs by the light of the moon. I watched how your eyes held the candle's soft glow, and the rest of the world fell away, sweet and slow. The plates were forgotten, the music grew low, and love gently poured from the warmth in your tone. Folded napkins by candlelight say more than wine. They carry a moment, unscripted, divine, with just a small glance, a soft crease in the cloth. You told me of love without saying it both. Some nights leave no echoes, no songs to repeat, just flickers and shadows and hearts in their seat. But I'll always remember that quiet delight, and love that was folded in soft candlelight. You waited outside as the twilight grew slow.
scarf in the breeze, your cheeks all aglow. The world passed in silence, too quiet to name. But nothing around us ever felt the same. I reach for your hand like a verse with no end. The night leaned in softly, like time was our friend. Beneath the awning light, your eyes held the sky. No thunder, no vows, just a breath and goodbye. But I knew in that hush, in that soft yellow hue, the moment was ours, and it still carries you. We spoke without speaking. The air was enough. The sidewalk was wet, the cafe still rough. You smiled like the breeze through the steam on the glass, then turned just as slow as the minutes would pass. I never once asked for a promise to hold, just the warmth of that glance in a world growing cold. Beneath the awning light, your eyes held the sky. No thunder, no vows, just a breath and goodbye. But I knew in that hush, in that soft yellow hue, the moment was ours, and it's still